So this is Umar block, yeah?
This is Hub Commercial.
Oh, Hub Commercial.
Yeah,
okay.
this is Usman block.
Right.
But this is where you're going to get all your local conveniences. You know, your loaf of bread, your pint of milk, your banking, your hairdressers, your what do you call it? Laundry.
This is not far from like places like Bahria, Hamlet.
This is quite central. This is actually where the old head office used to be.
Okay.
Now they've shifted that to business district where we're doing all our.
So this is one of the earlier developments.
This is one of the earlier developments.
And then that's why they're all 5 modular. They're quite tight, close to each other.
Yeah, 5 modular. It's like
cheaper.
the terraced.
And they were cheaper.
Yeah, absolutely.
So here you've got probably more of the lower middle classes.
Yeah.
But then you've got the functions, the facilities, and
you've got the convenience.
Yeah,
that's the main thing. And then we've got Bahria Hospital here. It's a very, very good hospital.
If you want a kidney transplant, there's a place to go.
But yeah, so these areas surrounding here are all 5 modulars and 7 modulars. And remember, they're the terraced houses. Then the 10 modulars are like the semi-detached. Canals and 2 canals are detached. So yeah, that's the accident and emergency. But literally all your banks, all your things. It's just very convenient to have everything in one place. Banks, pharmacies, everything.
That's very good, actually. So you've got everything in Bahria. Bahria is a whole city.
We honestly, if we have to go to Islamabad, we're huffing and puffing.
You don't need to really go to Islamabad.
We don't. You know, honestly, sometimes it's 6 weeks before I even see GT Road.
Yeah.
So this is where, I'll take you down here. This is where the old head office used to be. So this building here, this used to be the old Bahria head office.
Right.
Now they've made a massive, massive new building over there. In business district.
Yeah. So transfers are done there at the Bahria.
Transfers, design wing, everything is done there. Once that's up until you start construction. Once you've started construction, then you go to building control. Stations. You've got a couple of big marts here. So these are these marts. You've got Rainbow Mart over there. That's the kind of place you'd go and do your weekly shopping. Your big 6-week shop, you'd probably do it somewhere like Carrefour, and then your local stuff. Everything. It's all available.
Okay, I remember we came here the last time in October, and we thought, oh, this doesn't look all that great, as Bahria. So this is actually very old Bahria.
This is where they started.
Yeah.
There were 2 places they started from, here and Safari Homes.
Yeah.
And that looks like Springfield as well.
Yeah.
But Bahria very cleverly made this a hub, and prices shot up.
Yeah.
And then when they were expanding, the starting prices for the expansion was the top end prices that they've already reached here.
Yeah.
But yeah, this isn't particularly nice.
This isn't where you would live. This is where you wouldn't come for your shopping.
But you come. The convenience of this is fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, you need anything, opticians, everything. It's all here.
And real cheap as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not as busy as Rawalpindi.
Yeah, exactly. So now, and the great thing, I mean, Hamlet is an area which we're going to be very aggressively populating, like we did in L sector, because it's got a lot of the same benefits as L sector, but this is on a bigger scale because everyone's asking us for bigger houses, canals, 2 canals, 3 canals. We've got a 4 canal site just up here, but just to show you the convenience. So you've got all these nice monster houses. See all these on a cliff there, but it's literally straight down the road.
Yeah, and that's Bahria Hamlet now.
That's Bahria Hamlet, all on these hills. mean, some of these houses are just monsters. And one thing that's important when you're looking at plots, it's not just about the plot, it's about the locality. How far is it from the masjid? How far is it from the schools? How far is it from the shopping areas? When we give plots to clients, even if they're sitting in the UK, we're not just showing you the plot, we're going to show you the locality as well. Okay, now, so we can go up that way for Hamlet or this way, and I just want to show you how close it is to those plots that we were looking at, to the from Commercial Hub. And also they've started putting a lot of facilities here as well. I think they've just got this. I think that this is a cricket nets they've started, and then they're going to put 5 aside here as well. So we're going to be starting houses at the top there as well, on the top of that cliff. 2 houses up there.
So this is like, we'll call it Beverly Hills.
The Beverly Hills of Bahria, and then you've got, like, you know, astroturfs and cricket nets and things like that. That's all going to be developed around here. So yeah, so next to that big monster there, we're starting 2. And then literally we're going to go around this bend. Bahria have announced a grand masjid they've announced 3 grand masjid they're starting, and we're quite likely to get the contract for those. One's going to be here, they've got 2 in other sectors, and this is that street that we were looking at.
So what's nice about this is it's quite sort of hilly, and you get nice views over Hamlet.
Yeah, it's very green, it's very hilly views. It literally is a hamlet. And you can tell by the size and then just the upkeep and nature of some of these houses that, you know, there's a certain category that live here.
Because this is a canal area.
Yeah, I mean, starting from canal.
Yeah, there's nearly all canal, 2 canal, 4 canal.
4 canals.
There's a few 10 marlas in one corner, but they're mainly all canal houses, which means you get slightly more wealthy type houses and people.
But honestly, obviously we've just come through the winter, but when this is all lush and green, I think I've done a post on it previously, but it looks absolutely beautiful. And remember, all these roads and footpaths are all temporary surfaces yet, because they wait until you get to about 70 or 80% population here, because they know that for the next 10 years there's going to be trucks and dumpers and trawlers coming through. So these are all temporary surfaces. Once they've reached a certain level of population, then they're going to resurface everything. Again, you can just see from the way some of these houses are styled and done, it's not your normal Bahria construction. That one's a bit of a funky one there. Very like Swedish type designs. That's a monster there. Now his front is actually on that side.
Well, this is the
He's
back.
got a basement, and then he comes out the back onto his lawn.
Nice.
This one.
It's actually very nice.
Yeah.
Eagle roundabout.
Shaheen Chowk.
Okay, that's a good tour.
3 years ago, see all those big buildings in the distance, all along the horizon. From there, as far as you can see, they've got all these big buildings. That's only happened in the last 3 years. There was nothing there before. Central Business District, that's one of the largest commercial developments. And it's literally, you can just hear, sometimes whilst we were in our offices, we can't tell. When you look at a distance at the sheer volume of construction that's happened here in these 3 years, you realise there's more to Bahria than what you hear in the...
Yeah, it's the whole city, isn't it?
It's massive. And that is literally, you can see, that's the new blue area. That's downtown Bahria.
And yeah, some people call this, they say, oh yeah, oh Bahria, Rawalpindi, oh yeah. But it's not a Rawalpindi. Rawalpindi is rough, yeah? But this is in the territory of Rawalpindi. But Bahria is its own city.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not,
absolutely. Look, it comes under RDA. We have to be honest about that. We can't say that it's not this, it's not that. But it's actually Bahria.
So,
it's its own entity.
It's in the district of Rawalpindi, but it's not anything to do, not really the Rawalpindi that we all knew, all thought about, or all went to. It's nothing like that.
Yeah, like I said, it's got more of that Islamabad feel.
Yeah.
And like I said, you know, from here, if we have to go to Islamabad, it's a pain.
Yeah.
It's a chore. Just look at the school across the side there.
Yeah.
That's a 60 canal campus there.
Future World.
Okay, you
School.
go in there, it's like a 5-star hotel.
Yeah.
It's literally, they've got basement, swimming pools, the works.
So I'm really liking Pakistan. This feels like home. It's so nice here, the weather's great, the food's fantastic, the people are friendly. I'm not worried about crime here. I know everyone talks about, oh, you're gonna get robbed there, it's dangerous, but no, I don't feel that at all. I've been walking around with my mobile phone out. I'm walking around now with a GoPro. I don't feel like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get robbed. It just feels nice and clean and safe, and it's all right. This area, Bahria town, this city, Bahria town, is fine. It's good. Might not be the cleanest place in the world, but there are some parts of it which are really super clean, and generally it's all right.